Claire vanished after an evening out in Bristol on the 6th of June 2012 and she's never been found. Osment was charged with killing her after making alleged confessions to several people in the years since. Claire and Darren were former partners with a child together, and on the day she disappeared they exchanged several phone calls. That evening, while drinking at the Seamus O'Donnell pub here, she told others she was off to meet him and has never been seen again. Once she was declared missing, Osment was questioned and denied they met that day. There was no evidence to prove they had, no body, so he was never charged. But then on the 28th of July in 2019, now living in Devon, he rang the police himself and said this.
I'm handing myself in.
Handing yourself in for what?
Yeah, it's murder, mate.
Pardon?
It's murder.
It's murder.
He told the call handler he had arranged to have Claire killed, so officers were dispatched to Exeter city centre to find him, and he told them the same thing.
I had her killed.
Right, okay. How?
I gave some money to someone and they had it done.
At that point he was arrested, but in questioning, Osment then denied it all, saying he had been drunk and had nowhere to stay, so told a lie so he'd get a cell for the night. Released without charge, but with the police now highly suspicious, an undercover officer was employed to befriend Osment in the hope he'd get a full confession on tape. On a drive one day, Osment talked about how he supposedly killed her and how he got rid of her body in the Avonmouth docks.
I mean, put it this way, life skills. The time it happened, there was a massive load of blood. And there's a load of fucking water, and it all come rushing down, a load of fucking really understand fucking water. And mate, now I think this was just fucking... It's absolutely... It's all fucking waves, it's all sand, it's all... As far as, mate, I don't see... It's not going to come first up, it shouldn't, I don't know.
He went on to suggest he had killed her at the then Richmond pub in Clifton where he was working at the time.
So I knew that the geezer who ran the pub was going out to meet his missus that night. And then obviously I've got fucking aprons and bits and pieces to wear to do them sorts of jobs. It's all done, it was done and dusted. All the fucking work clothes burnt outside, fucking everything's gone. As far as I'm concerned, I haven't got fucking clue. I was at work. I fucking finished work, I went home. I've got alibi all the fucking way. I don't know, unless they fucking, I don't know, basically still a fucking miracle. I don't know, understand how there's going to ever be, they shouldn't ever have to question me again.
It wasn't long after that conversation that Osment was charged, and at trial it emerged he'd also claimed either to have killed Claire himself or arranged her killing to several other people, two he met while living in Devon, and to a cellmate after his arrest.
He's cruel, he's got no empathy, no compassion, and he doesn't care about anybody else apart from himself. He doesn't think about the pain or the suffering that us as a family have had to go through.
If he could hear me, if you're listening to this, Darren, you're a coward, an absolute coward. Our youngest can't remember his mum because he was 6 months old when he last seen her. He's confused and waiting for his mum to come home.
During the trial here, we also heard Osment had a history of violence towards women, even that he'd said he hated his son because he reminded him of her. But without a body, it came down to a question of belief. With Claire still missing, did the jury believe beyond reasonable doubt that Osment murdered her?
I believe that he killed her himself, and I believe he's involved in the disposal of her body, but whether he definitely did all of that himself is difficult to tell. What we'd like to do is to know where she is, if she could ever be found. Only really Darren knows the answer to that, and I don't know that I don't know that he's going to tell us.
He'll be sentenced at a later date.